All right. So, Dom, I brought you here because we're talking about struggles and unworthiness and how everybody experiences that and how everybody has different perspectives. So, I wanted to get your perspective on it, because you have some good insight, you have different life experiences. And so, I just wanted to get your thoughts, man. So, the first question I wanted to ask you is, do you ever feel unworthy? And how does that affect your thoughts about yourself?
Well, yeah, I do feel unworthy sometimes, and the way that affects my thoughts is that it kind of brings down my confidence, kind of like mentally too. It's a bit of a struggle.
Okay.
And then physically too, it doesn't really give me any motivation to do anything because it's like, what's the point?
Right.
So it just kind of brings me down, like mentally and physically. But spiritually wise, it's different because I know that I have the Lord on my side. So even though like physically and mentally, like earthly wise, I go down, spiritually wise, I always get lifted back up.
Is it hard to think about the spiritual side when you're feeling this way?
Sometimes on rare occasions, but mostly that's always a reminder that I keep going, that like, like no one's perfect.
Right.
I'm not perfect. So
Man, that's good. And like the feeling of unworthiness does have us feeling like that, and it's not just you. So that brings me to my next question: is how does the feeling of unworthiness connect to your personal struggles within?
The way that it connects to my personal struggles is that it literally fuels my personal struggles. Like it just adds to the flames and just makes it worse at times. So it definitely does have an effect on like all the personal things I deal with.
Yeah.
And it just, it's a hard little battle.
Yeah.
I just struggle with all the time, like a tug of war. So.
And I like what you said about like adding fuel to the flame, because sometimes we do that unintentionally, even if we are like thinking things that aren't true about ourselves, right? And you mentioned something at the beginning, it affects your mental, right? And that's my last question, which is for you, specifically for you, why do you believe your mental state is in a good state and or a bad state?
I believe that it's in a kind of good and bad state. It's good on the part because during this like whole last year and everything,
Right.
I've had a lot of time to think about my thoughts and just sit down and really like kind of reflect back on everything, reflect on things I do on a daily basis. And then also bad too, because while I'm thinking about that, I'm also thinking about the past and everything that I have done that wasn't right. So
Yeah. And I like how you said it's good and bad, because that's life. It is good and bad.
Yeah.
And I really like that you pointed it out, because it's not just one or the other all the time, right? Sometimes it's up and down. Life's a roller coaster.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So thank you for sharing, because that's some good insight that we got from you. And how old are you, real quick?
17.
17, ladies. 17.
I'd be 18, so.
Oh, 18. Watch out for Dom.